we're looking at the new Tab K10 by Lenovo. Now this version here is $250, but I'll leave a link in the description of the video with current pricing and more information. It's got a 10.3-inch 1920 by 1200 resolution IPS display. It's got a MediaTek Helio P22T processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage. It's also got Bluetooth 5.0. Comes with Android 11 right out of the box. The color on this one is called Abyss Blue. It's got an 8 megapixel rear facing camera, 5 megapixel front facing, weighs in at 460 grams, so about 1 pound. And this one's only 8.5 millimeters thick. You can also use a micro SD card for expanded storage. It also has a dual speaker setup with Dolby audio. They're advertising up to 15 hours battery life. We'll definitely be testing that out to see if that's true. I gotta say, I like the blue color on the back of this. Nice metal design. Power and volume buttons on the right hand side, micro SD card tray there on the same side, headphone jack there on the top. You can see the speaker on each side of the tablet, and then USB-C charging there on the bottom. It's really nice build quality. I do have to say this feels almost identical to the Tab M10 HD that I just did a video on. It also looks like the Tab M10 Full HD, which is still nice build quality. I guess I was just hoping to see a little bit different design here. This one also has 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so that's definitely nice to see on a more affordable device. When setting up, you've got face recognition, pattern, pin, and password. You also get the choice of gesture navigation or 3-button navigation. And you've got the front-facing camera right in the center towards the top. Looks like pretty much the same wallpaper as some of those other Lenovo tablets that I just mentioned earlier. Like I said earlier, this is on Android 11, June 5th, 2021 security update. It's currently using about 17% of the 64 gigabyte storage right out of the box. Now, if you like tablets, phones, and other tech, consider hitting that subscribe button. I try to cover as much on the channel as possible, and I'll be posting more videos this year than ever before. Looks like up in the notification shade, you got most of your basic stuff like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, auto rotate. It's also got auto brightness, eye protection mode. You've also got dark theme, location, nearby share. This one also has productivity mode. You've also got full screenshot, screen record, flashlight. You've got a few different options: Dolby Atmos, airplane mode, notification free mode, and battery saver. Swiping up on the home screen, you're gonna get all the built-in apps. Nice thing is, it's mostly just apps from Google. You've got a few from Microsoft. Looks like most of those that you don't want can be uninstalled, so that's good to see. Swipe left of the home screen, you're gonna get the Google News feed. So if you watched my previous 2 Lenovo tablet videos covering the Tab M10 Full HD Plus and the Tab M10 second generation, this appears to be the newer version of those tablets. Now you're only going to get SD playback on Netflix with this tablet, and then 1080p resolution on YouTube. One thing you can do with this tablet, if you have a keyboard and mouse, you can connect it to this and it switches over to productivity mode. It's sort of their version of Samsung DeX, but it definitely helps you get things done faster to do a little more multitasking. I ran some Geekbench tests on this. Performance-wise, it's going to be very similar to the older Tab M10 HD second generation, which isn't going to be that fast, but just navigating around the software, I don't think you're going to notice too much lag or that the tablet just can't keep up doing normal day-to-day tasks. Just keep in mind, doing some things are going to take a little bit longer to load than some of those more expensive tablets out there. Feels like a pretty minor update from the older Tab M10 to this newer Tab K10. Gaming on this tablet is actually surprisingly pretty decent. Now, when playing games like PUBG Mobile, Asphalt 9, it wasn't the highest graphics settings or anything like that, but I gotta say, it still played those games fairly smooth. And even though the graphics might be a little more jagged, might not be the fastest frame rates, I still feel like this is a decent tablet as far as some light gaming goes. Here's a quick sample of the speakers just to give you an idea of what they sound like. In this video, we're gonna look at the X-Sound Mega by Tribit. It's a 30-watt Bluetooth speaker with stereo sound with an 8,000 milliamp hour battery. Gonna give you up to 20 hours playtime. Definitely not going to be the loudest speakers out there, but still pretty decent for this price range, especially when you flip the screen so the speakers are a little bit closer to you and you've got Dolby Atmos turned on. It actually sounds pretty decent. It could be a little bit louder in my opinion, but overall not too bad. This is definitely one of the most simple camera apps you're gonna see. Pretty fast shutter speed though in my studio lighting. You get 1080p resolution for video. That's gonna be on the front and rear facing cameras. Good detail as well in the photos. Now just keep in mind my lighting right here isn't really what most people are gonna have. I'll give you a few samples of photos and video just to give you an idea of what to expect. Now from what I can tell, the cameras on here are not much better than the older Tab M10 Full HD and HD second generation. I mean, it does seem to process the photos a little bit faster. Maybe some photos are a little bit better compared to the older tablets. It's definitely not going to be the best out there for photos or video, but if you had to get by for a Zoom meeting or you just had to take a photo of something, I think this would still work in a pinch. You just want to make sure you have really good lighting because this one does struggle in lower light situations. Nice thing is at least the screen is 1080p resolution and is fine for watching movies, browsing online, taking some notes. Text on this tablet when reading looks nice and crisp. Overall, I feel like this tablet does most basic things and is probably going to be fine for a lot of people out there. So unless you're looking for something that's higher performance, I think this tablet is going to be fine for most people that's looking for a tablet in this price range. Now, would I buy this over something from Samsung that's going to be similar price? I'm not sure about that just because this one is a little bit lower powered, but obviously that's going to be personal preference. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.